this one. Let's do it this way.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, it's time for the eye-opening conclusion of our important four-part series on the Hope Formula, a very simple health strategy that can help you feel better, look better, even live longer. So today, we explore the E in Hope Formula. It refers to something that's absolutely vital to our existence. Did you know without it, you could eat the most nutritious meal in the world, yet your body could still starve? It's pretty frightening, but very true. So here to explain is my friend, Brenda Watson, one of the leading digestive care experts in the country and the creator of the Hope Formula.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Let's talk through enzymes and why they're important.
Well, specifically today we're talking about digestive enzymes.
Okay.
So that's the type of enzymes that digest our food. So for example, this is raw food. So therefore, the enzymes in it are natural. It has its own enzymes and it digests that food itself. This food here is different because it's been cooked, obviously. The role here is carbohydrates.
Right.
And that is cooked, and it takes the enzyme amylase to be able to break it down. You make amylase in your mouth, and also it is secreted from your pancreas. The butter is fat.
Right.
So fat is digested with lipase, an enzyme called lipase.
Okay.
And then over here we have cooked food. Now, cooked food is different because once you cook food over 118 degrees, the enzymes are gone.
Ooh.
And so you will have to use the enzymes that we're producing in our digestive system to be able to digest this food, but also to be able to digest this because it isn't raw.
So if we're not making digestive enzymes, what happens?
Well, we begin to exhibit symptoms, like it could be heartburn, it could be gas and bloating, all sorts of digestive symptoms usually will start to happen.
You know, you understand how food digests so well. I'd like to use Ethel here, and we just have to remove a few body parts on Ethel here. I love this was my Christmas present last year, was Ethel. Okay, so do you want the heart in there?
No.
No, we don't need the heart. You want the liver in there?
No.
All right,
No,
okay,
no.
take the liver out. Okay, here's the stomach.
Okay.
All right. Now, when we eat the food...
Let's take starches, for example.
Okay.
When you like to talk about chewing your food.
I do.
So
You taught me that.
Yes, it's very important. So when you chew your food, an enzyme is released called amylase in your saliva.
Okay.
And for starches, this is very important. So the food goes down, it goes into your stomach, it's churned up there, and it has more secretions there as it churns the food up and makes it liquid. And then when it leaves the stomach, it goes into the small intestine, into here.
Right.
And your pancreas secretes an enzymes, the lipase for the fat.
Right.
Secondary amylase for the starches because it takes it up to another stage, and then protease, which is what helps you to digest protein.
So now let's go back here. We ate a piece of chicken. We're talking. We ate it real fast. It came down. It worked its way into the stomach. Not a very big opening there when it goes into the stomach. So now, if I haven't chewed that food and it has to get through that little teeny opening, because the stomach, until I got Ethel, I didn't realize how high up the stomach is.
Right.
That's why you get this upper abdominal bloating?
Yes, you get upper abdominal bloating with the stomach, but also in the small intestine. When you ferment starches, you'll get a lot of bloating in the upper digestive tract, and that's what can begin the creation of a lot of other problems like yeast and things like that.
So what would cause fermentation from starches?
Not digesting them well, not having enough digestive enzymes, because here's the problem.
Okay.
The pancreas slows down as we get older.
Right.
And if you cannot digest your foods, protein, starches, and fats, it sits in your gut and creates byproducts, and that byproduct is the symptom that it creates. So it's really important. It's really not sometimes what you eat, it's what you absorb, because we need to absorb the nutrients out of this food, or the food doesn't do us any good.
What are the byproducts?
It's like you ferment alcohol. You actually can make your own methane when your starches ferment.
So is that why when you make noises, is that what
Yeah, well, in the upper GI tract, it's going to create a lot of bloating. In the lower GI tract, yes, that's where you get gases there. But in the upper GI, it's more of that upper bloating feeling.
Any other byproducts?
Well, meat has a very interesting byproduct, because if meat doesn't digest, like you were saying, if you ate chicken and you didn't chew it well and it went to the stomach and you didn't have enough protease from the pancreas to be able to digest the meat, then that meat creates real havoc in your gut, because it produces a byproduct that begins to interact with other hormones and create problems.
So is this putrefying?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right, so now it's got quite a little journey to take. We squeeze it through here because we didn't chew it very well. Now you're bloated up here. It comes down. Now it's got to go through all of that. Clearly, then, we need to replace.
Yes. Digestive enzymes as we grow older.
How often?
Well, when you eat a meal.
With every meal?
Yeah, with every meal. Like if you're hoping to digest these foods better, if you're experiencing gas and bloating or heartburn or these things, the natural way to do it would be to add in a digestive enzyme that comes from plants that has protease for protein, amylase for starch, and lipase for fats.
I get it.
That's natural. The other things that we tend to do and buy and take stops digestion, and so you get more of that putrefaction going on in the digestive tract than you do the digestion of these wonderful foods that we need.
How many digestive enzymes would one take with each meal?
Just one.
One? Do you take it before you eat it or during the meal?
During or before.
Is that the way nature would have done it?
Yes, you'd probably take it before or during a meal. It really doesn't matter, because it's sort of like your cleanup crew. Think of it this way. It's your cleanup crew. So what it's going to do, what your little enzyme will do, is it'll get into your digestive tract, then it'll give you the 3 digestive enzymes you need to break them down.
So replacing digestive enzyme is very important. At what age do we stop making sufficient digestive enzymes?
The thing that we have to understand is around 40-ish, we're going to start, the process of not having enough enzymes to support the digestion of our foods.
So, but most people go to the drugstore, and even the drugs will give them antacids.
Yes.
What does that do?
Well, it basically neutralizes the acid in the stomach, and what the acid in the stomach does is it's really the helper in digesting meat.
Don't we need acid in our stomach?
We need
what is that,
acid.
hydrochloric acid?
Hydrochloric acid, yes. And so when you neutralize that, or many people take prescriptive acid-blocking medication, that stops the acid in the stomach. And that's a real problem with your digestion, especially of meat.
So the problem, you get heartburn because you're not making enough acid in the stomach, and then you go to the drugstore and it gives you an antacid, which makes it
worse.
Okay, and then what about laxatives?
Well,
because as soon as people start bloating, they want to take a laxative.
Well, laxatives are not good to take long term. I mean, if you had a problem once in a while, to take a laxative is not going to bother you. But a laxative long term is a sign that you're not digesting foods. And again, I want to make it clear that these are beautiful, wonderful foods, but we have to be able to extract the nutrients from these foods in order to make our vitamins, in order to have the things that we need for health. When we do not have enough of these vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, we begin to get sick.
Well, I'm going to miss you. It's been great having you here this season, and I love this whole program that you bought. Hope, it's called the Hope Formula. H is for high fiber.
Right.
O,
omega-3s, probiotics,
and E,
enzymes.
It's an incredible program. Is there a website people can go to find out more?
Yes, renewlife.com.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. We'll be back.